Welcome to the Iron Business Show, the YouTube series where we help gym owners who are generating $20,000 per month or less grow to $30,000 to $50,000 per month in revenue. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chris Tutela. I've been working in the fitness industry since 2006 and running my gym, Tutela Training Systems, over here in Clark, New Jersey, since June of 2012. We have worked with thousands of people, helping them get stronger and transform their lives. And a few years ago, I partnered with my friend and mentor, Joe DeFranco, to launch the Iron Business Blueprint, a 90-day coaching program where we help gym owners like you grow their businesses, make more money, and have more freedom in their lives and businesses. We have helped well over 100 gym owners all over the world. So if you're ready to start growing your gym and get the real actionable tactics that you will need to truly grow and succeed in the fitness industry, you're going to want to click that subscribe button and make sure that you tune in to each and every episode. Let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Iron Business Show. I believe we are on episode 3. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. And today we are going to talk about how to keep your clients longer. So we're talking client retention. So one of the big killers in a gym business is your attrition or your churn rate. So if these numbers get too high, it gets harder and harder to actually grow or even maintain, obviously, your gym business. So we have to look at strategies on what you can do to keep your clients coming back longer. So first on the list here is, might sound obvious, but this is having a great training service, okay? Odds are, if you're watching the show, you're already a great coach or trainer. You're great at what you do. You provide a great service. So clients are getting results. Clients see the quality and what you're delivering. It's different than all of your competitors, and people see that, they feel that. That's the main thing. Now, you're not going to hear many grow your gym gurus talking about that, but that's just the reality. Now, listen, there are places that don't have a great training service, but it might look like their business is doing well because they have great marketing and great sales. Well, guess what? If you're watching this show, that means you actually give a shit about quality and producing real results for your clients. So this should go without saying for you guys, but that's number one. Now, if there's anything that you feel needs to be done better as a business for your training service, maybe you need to systematize and structure your program a little bit better. Maybe you need to create a better onboarding service or onboarding experience. Maybe there's these little nuances like check-ins and stuff like that that you could add to your service. So I would challenge you to look at those things and see how can we make this better. And that should always be a part of your process as a gym owner. Always take, once a week or every other week, sit down and ask yourself that question. How can I make this training experience better? And I'm not talking about all the other business stuff. I'm just talking about the actual product, the training experience itself. Take a look at that, figure out ways that you can improve it, look for the holes or the gaps in your actual service. All right. So with that out of the way, because I always have to make sure we address that first, is building a tribe, okay? Building something that is bigger than you. So remember, people, they might come to you because they want a specific result. They might start training with you because they want to lose fat, build muscle, get stronger, whatever the goal is. However, one of the biggest reasons that people stay with you is because they feel a sense of belonging. They feel that they are a part of a tribe, a part of a family, and you need to cultivate that experience. The way that you build that into your client experience is by shining the light on them. You should know, listen, you as the owner should certainly know everybody's name, but when people walk through your doors, how do you greet them? Do you make them feel welcome? Do you make them feel like they're at home? Do you introduce them to your other clients? When people are new, how do you introduce them to everybody else? How can you get them to connect with everybody else? Doing events outside of the gym to build bonds and relationships Are you doing charity workouts? Are you doing holiday parties or barbecues or some type of, I don't know, kickball or something like that outside of the gym? Because those things, even if you're doing them just quarterly, they might seem like little things, but it's so important for building the camaraderie, building those relationships, because that is one of the biggest reasons why people will keep coming back. They want to be a part of something. Remember, a lot of times people don't necessarily love their jobs. They don't love what they do. Maybe they have a shitty relationship or they're going through a divorce or something. When they come to your gym, this should be the absolute best hour of their day. They need to feel that. They need to feel a part of it, and they need to know what you guys are doing this for. Like, what is the common cause here? And if you could build that, and if you could relay that message to them, and if you could connect them to that overall outcome, now you have something that is very, very difficult to want to leave. So that's the second piece of this: build your tribe. The third piece here is enhancing your client experience. Now, I'm not talking about your training service. Okay, that's a different thing. Let's look at it through a different lens. The client experience is everything that is happening within your business from the moment that they sign up with you to, let's just say, from the moment they see an ad or they see a video or a post that you put up, to the emails that you put out, to your onboarding process, to your, in the gym stuff that we just talked about, check-ins and stuff like that. So let's look at a few strategies that you can do to enhance your client experience. So um, number one is a client lockdown system. So let's look at it like this. There's going to be people that miss a week or miss 2 weeks or miss 3 weeks or beyond. So you have to have a system in place. We call it the client lockdown system, where if we notice that they are not in the gym over the last 7 days, we contact them to make sure that they're doing okay, to see if they need anything, and make sure that they're going to get back into the gym that week. We also, when we run that report, we look at who has not been in the gym the last 14 days, 21 days, or beyond. So if they haven't been in there in 14 days, we now mark them yellow for caution. If they haven't been in for 21 days or beyond, we mark them as red. So we always want to make sure that our yellow and red clients are being contacted to try to get them back into the gym, to do something. It could even be a consultation at this point. Maybe they just hit a rough period. Maybe they're injured. Maybe they're beat up. Maybe they need to have a conversation or speak to someone. Well, this is an opportunity to get them back into the gym or on a Zoom or even on a phone call to just have a conversation with them to try to bring them back in. And that could even be, hey, maybe you're not ready to come back to an actual training session, but we're having this charity event this weekend, or next week is our holiday party. Come out to that. You want to bring them back into the community, back into your tribe. So having some type of client lockdown system for clients who are MIA is really important. Another thing is basic client check-ins. Now, maybe you do this. Excuse me. maybe um, Maybe you do this in the beginning. This happens a lot when gyms start to grow. So maybe you're having check-ins with your clients in the early stages of business. Maybe you have 30, 40, 50, 60 clients. But once you start getting to 100, 150, 200 clients, these things get tougher and tougher. So you have to have some type of built-in system to make sure that this is happening at the level that it needs to happen for people to still have a good experience and feel like they're seen and feel like they're actually cared about. And that could be a simple text message. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy. I'll tell you, one time there's one period, I should say, that we tried to have like client accountability meetings where they would come in and do an in body and sit down, and people just didn't value that as much as we thought. They kind of looked at that as like another step in the process that they didn't really want to do. So a text message is what we do now, and that's simple enough where people are like, "Hey, yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for checking in. I appreciate it." But it seems like a very small thing, but it makes a big difference because it keeps people engaged. So client check-ins. Another big thing are client milestones. So you can do this if they hit a certain number of sessions, and you could give gifts for each level. So, for example, um, we have a 30 session milestone, a 50 session milestone, then 100, 200, 300, 400, and so on. Um, when they hit 200 sessions, they get a mug, a custom, not a mug, like a Yeti with their name on it or their nickname. When they hit 300 sessions, we give them custom TTS sneakers with our what do we have on there? Not our logo. It just says TTS family on there, but it's our colors. And then we give more custom gifts once they hit 400, 500, and so on, that are unique to them. So it might be a gift certificate to their favorite restaurant or something along those lines. But showing recognition and appreciation for your clients as they stick with you longer and longer is a huge way to keep them coming back. And even in the early stages, when people see you giving your clients a pair of custom sneakers with your gym's colors and all that shit, that gives people something to strive for. They want to achieve that as well. So it keeps them coming back to want to hit that 300th milestone as well. But you could do this. It doesn't have to be on the number of training sessions. It could be on the time with you, 6 months, 1 year, and so on. However you want to do it, but having something. And then last but not least, another part of the client experience that I think goes a really long way is having some type of testing built into your program. So people could actually test and PR and set new personal bests and records for themselves. So the way we do it is every 5 months we have a testing phase. So our program is designed where each phase builds off of the last. So we have phase 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the testing phase, and then we go back down to phase 1 and we repeat the process. So twice a year they're being tested on our key indicator lifts, and for most of our clients, not all, we use a 5 rep max on a floor press, a trap bar deadlift, a safety bar squat, and then we do max push-ups, max chin-ups. We have variations of those lifts for people who cannot do those, and we test them on those exercises as well. Um, so that's something that everybody looks forward to. We have the record board up in the gym. We have prizes for people who hit new PRs or take somebody off of the record board. Things like that. They might seem small, but it's really part of standing out. It makes your gym stand out. It makes you unique, and it gives your members a reason to want to continue training. And it's also just from a fitness standpoint, it gets a little boring to only measure your progress based on a number on the scale or something like that. But if you could actually see that you're getting stronger, you're getting more conditioned, and you're moving the needle from a physical fitness standpoint, that goes a long way. So the big takeaway from today is that we need to have client retention strategies. Don't just hope and pray that people will stick around. Of course, people are going to move. People are going to lose their job, unfortunately, from time to time and need to take a break. Life happens, right? So you will lose some people, but we can certainly keep that number down and keep people coming back if they feel that they're a part of a tribe. There's a great training service and a great client experience. People will continue to come back and stay with you for the long haul. So thank you so much for tuning in today. If you are a gym owner who wants to grow to $20,000 per month or more this year, then I want to invite you to come out to the Iron Business Mastermind Weekend on Friday, March 27th and Saturday, March 28th at the beautiful MC Hotel in Montclair, New Jersey. Joe DeFranco and I are putting on a 2-day mastermind event where we're only inviting 15 gym owners from around the world to sit in and learn and break through your biggest bottlenecks in business and provide you with real actionable takeaways that you could apply to your business right away. We'll be training together. We'll be in the conference room for 2 full days. And we are treating everybody who's at the event to dinner with us on Friday night. We have, as of today, we have 1 spot still open for it. So if you are interested in coming out to this life-changing weekend, then I want you to head to ironbusinessblueprint.com/weekend right away and fill out an application and book a call with me. We'll have a conversation about your business, your goals, your obstacles, and we'll discuss if the weekend will be a good fit for you. And if you have any other questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I am at Chris_Tutela. So hopefully we will see you in March at the Mastermind Weekend. Joe DeFranco and I are going to be putting on one hell of a show. I guarantee it. You're going to make sure that you want to be at this event. So hopefully we'll see you there. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you next week.